Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be creating this makeup look for you guys using all cruelty-free products. Yes, I have been wanting to do this cruelty-free makeup look for you guys for a really long time, but honestly I really wanted to do my research and really make sure that I sort of had everything clear, that all the products that I was using were cruelty-free. And sometimes it's hard to tell, especially because there's so many products in the market out there, and most of them are amazing products, so we really can't tell which one are cruelty-free and which one are not. Sometimes they claim, sometimes they don't. So I always like to go back and do a little bit of my research to make sure that it is correct. So of course, a little bit on cruelty-free. I prefer to use cruelty-free products. Lately, I have been trying to use more cruelty-free products. I actually recently did go vegan, and I did want to kind of mention that to you guys. If you guys want to see why I went vegan, or what's the reason, or what really made me go vegan, it happened about 4 or 5 months back, and I really wanted to kind of share my story with you guys. So if you guys wanted to, see the video of how and why I went vegan, then please let me know down below, comment down below that you like to see my story. I would definitely like to do a video for you guys about why I went vegan and what is the reason. So basically this video kind of contributes to that in a way. I really feel like animal cruelty is not something that is correct or shouldn't be done. Just specifically on that topic, I would say that it's something that I feel like no matter what makeup brand it is, we all want to look beautiful, we all want to look great, we all want to use amazing products, but I don't think that any animal or any living person should be, or living thing in that sense, should be harmed because of our enjoyment or something that we want to use. So that's something that I kind of feel strongly about. And I really wanted to do this tutorial to show you guys that there are so many amazing products out there that are, of course, cruelty-free and do not test on animals. So if you guys want to see how I got this full face using all cruelty-free makeup, then please continue watching. So guys, I went ahead and moisturized a little bit earlier. I kind of have a habit of moisturizing as soon as I get ready and whatnot. So my skin is nicely moisturized and kind of prepped. And now for priming, I'm going to use the Hello Fab First Aid Beauty Vital Green Face Mist. And this adds like some hydration. Oh, I really like the smell. It's so amazing. Like, it has this kind of like a fresh cucumbery type of smell, which I kind of really like. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the MatteClaySkin Clarifying Foundation by The Body Shop. I did do a full review and like a sort of a demo and review video on this just recently. I will link that video right down below. You guys can see my thoughts and what I felt about this foundation. So since then, I have been sort of using it on and off. It is mattifying, so it's great for the weather, and in the summer it really works. I feel like it is one of those good foundations that you could use, especially in the summer. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that because, of course, Body Shop is cruelty-free, as you may know. A review video that I did on this foundation, I also mentioned that it is a tea tree infused foundation, so it's really good for somebody with acne or somebody that has breakouts or anything, or has acne prone skin. And now to prime my eyelids, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. This is literally my staple, so I'm going to use it to prime, and of course I'm going to use it to conceal as well. But I always like to do my eyes first, and then I like to do my concealer, so it kind of cleans it up a little bit. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this on the eyelids, just a little amount, and just blending it out. And to sort of set my eyelids, I am going to be using the Mineral Veil Finishing Powder. This is by Bare Minerals, and I'm literally just applying it only on my lids. I know it's a really big brush, but for some reason I really like using this brush because it's really soft. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat Palette. I actually have just bought this a while back, and I haven't even got a chance to get my hands on it or use it. So I'm literally opening up the box right here in front of you guys, honestly. So this is the heat palette. They do have, of course, the big one as well, which is the full-size version, but this is the petite version. I think it's so cute. Like literally, it's like one of those shadows that you can take on the go. And yeah, if you're traveling, I think it's a perfect palette for if you're traveling. So I'm literally going to take this shade right here, which is Hot Spell. It's a really pretty sort of a brown, and I'm gonna take that on my blending brush. It's kind of like a flat blending brush from Morphe, and I'm gonna just go ahead and work that on my transition. And now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shade Heist, which is right here. It's kind of like a brick red, which is super beautiful. I really like this color a lot. And I'm literally just gonna take it on the tip of my brush, just like that. And I'm gonna work it more towards the outer of the crease because I really want to define the crease a little bit. And I'm using a very, very light hand. So I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and I'm gonna go ahead and just diffuse out the edges just a little bit because I don't want it to be too harsh. Just on the top right here in the middle. I'm taking just a little bit of concealer onto my palm and I'm just gonna add a little bit right here because I kind of want to do a little bit of a cut crease, but not like a really precise one. So more towards the inner corners and to the middle. And now from this palette, which is the Carli Bybel palette, I think this is a really beautiful palette. This is from BH Cosmetics, and I believe this palette specifically is cruelty free, as it is mentioned in the back as well right here. And I'm not sure if the entire BH Cosmetics line is cruelty free, but I know for sure that this palette has been cruelty free, as I do watch Carli Bybel's videos and she's probably one of my favorite makeup or influencers, and I feel like she's done a great job for making this cruelty free. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take this really pretty sort of a shimmery highlighter shade right here. It kind of looks like more of an iridescent color, so this is the shade I'm taking. I did take a little bit of Heist on my brush again, just a very little, and of course I tapped out the excess, and I'm just working that right here and making sure that it is like the other eyeshadow and this eyeshadow is specifically blending together, because we don't want it to look harsh and we want it to sort of blend beautifully together. And now I'm gonna take this pointy blending brush and I'm gonna take this darker shade, which is Strike, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and darken the outer crease just a little bit more because I like it a little bit darkened. So I'm just taking that on the pointy side and just intensifying it a little bit more. And I'm taking that same blending brush and I'm making sure that there's no harsh lines and just blending out a little bit of the extra, especially on the outer corners towards the middle right here. So for brows, I'm gonna quickly just fill them in with this brow pencil from Lord & Berry, and this is in the shade Brunette. I'm just gonna fill them in. This is a really pigmented brow pencil. I really like that. I am keeping my brows a little subtle today. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. So yeah, I think this is one of those perfect days to do that, where if I want to keep it subtle, I just like to use a pencil. It's easy and it's quick. There you go, my brows are kind of set. Now I'm gonna go back and take the same concealer and go ahead and conceal my under eyes, because now that our eyeshadow is done, now I like to always do this because I feel like it just works better for me, where I can clean it out on the bottom, so it's so much easier. And of course, I am in the shade medium for the Tarte Shape Tape, which I used earlier. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add it right here. I always like to conceal right here on the edge of the nose, because I feel like I have a lot of redness there. And then the center of my nose, a little bit towards the forehead. And stay a little bit on the cupid's bow. And now grabbing my beauty blender, I'm literally just blending out my concealer. And you want to be really careful because you don't want your eyeshadow to get messed up, so I'm literally like looking up constantly and making these weird faces. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the same Bare Minerals powder, which is the mineral finishing powder. I know this is definitely like a finishing powder for the entire face, but for some reason I kind of like it to set my under eyes. It doesn't dry up my under eyes too much, and it's very, very light. So I'm just gonna use that, and I'm just gonna set that underneath the eyes. I'm just gonna take it on my brush that I like to use to set, and yeah, that's a lot of powder right there. You guys can see it's like crazy amount of powder. And just setting that underneath the eyes. And for eyeliner, I'm gonna be using this black kohl from the Body Shop. And for eyeliner, I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Liner. And I'm just gonna take, this is in black. I think they have different colors in this, and I've seen they have some amazing colors, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the black one. I'm gonna go ahead and take that same red color that we used earlier, Heist, and I'm just gonna smoke out my lower lash line with the black eyeliner that we use, and I want to make sure that it kind of diffuses everything out and looks a little bit smoked out. And now for mascara, I'm going to be using the Mega Volume Mascara by Wet n Wild, and of course Wet n Wild is also cruelty free. And now I'm just going to go ahead and dust out that powder that I used earlier. And now I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Flush palette. This is a really nice palette for like on the go. If you don't have a lot of stuff that you want to carry, if you're traveling, I think this is one of those perfect palettes. I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer and a little bit of the highlighter from this palette. And I'm taking my e.l.f. brush right here. And I'm also going to use the highlighter. This highlighter is a really subtle highlight, so I'm just going to take it on my fingers and literally just add a little bit right here because it's very subtle and I kind of wanted a little bit of that subtle look. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Tarte Blush in the shade Monarch. And it's Monarch, sorry guys. So this is like a really pretty peachy shade, which I think will kind of go with this. And I'm going to take this brow gel from Pixi and just sort of set my brows a little bit and make sure they don't move around, because my brows do move around a lot. And of course Pixi is also cruelty free, so I really like their products. Now I'm going to just take from this palette right here, I'm actually going to take this brighter sort of, well, it's actually more of a highlighty shade right here, and I'm going to take that right here on my finger, and I'm literally just going to use it to highlight my brow bone. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Pixi mist. This is the hydrating mist, and I really like this because it's really good for hydration and makes me feel super hydrated. That's a lot, and it smells really good too. And for lipstick, I just felt like going for a little bit of a bold color. I think I'm just gonna experiment. I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay Vice liquid lipstick in the shade 1993. I really like this shade and I've used it in some of my mini tutorials. I do a lot of Instagram tutorials as well, so I've used this lipstick specifically and I really like it. I'm gonna try it out with this look and maybe it just might go. And I really like the formula of this lipstick. It doesn't really dry down too matte. I guess this basically concludes the look. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out a little bit and I will be right back. So guys, this is the final look, if you guys can see. I did want to do a little dramatic, but I didn't want to go all out. But I think adding a little bit of a bold lip made it slightly dramatic. I was gonna go for a nude lip, but for some reason I was just feeling this color and I had to. Literally, I just had to use this color. So yeah guys, this is basically the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video because I had a lot of fun doing this video. I felt really great that I was able to use all these amazing cruelty-free products. These are just some of them that I have used. There are so many cruelty-free products out there. If you go online or if you research a little bit about it, you will definitely find products that are cruelty-free and they're not tested on animals. So any of you out there that are looking for such products, you definitely want to check these products out. I will link all the products that I used today down below. If you guys did like this video, then of course don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos, and I will see you guys all next time in the next one. Bye!